What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Torque Works. Today we're out in the Ozark National Forest because today we are going to review something that belongs outdoors, and what better place. Look how beautiful it is out here. It's gorgeous. So what are we waiting on? Let's go take a look.
TRD Pro, bro.
And here it is, the 2021 Toyota TRD Pro Sequoia in midnight black metallic. Same color as the 4Runner TRD Pro that I reviewed for you guys a month or so ago. It's looking really at home out here in the Ozark National Forest, for sure. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start right up front. Those of you that may know, those of you that may not, on the Toyota TRD Pros, we have the Heritage grille, honeycomb. On the Sequoias we have the LED high and low beam, also with a LED turn signal indicator, along with your Rigid Industries fog lights. Also up front you have your radar cruise control and part of your Toyota Safety Sense P. Also up here in the windshield you have a camera cluster right in the middle. I don't know if you can see that. Also helps with lane departure and things like that. Also up front, underneath, you have your 1/4 inch thick aluminum skid plate from TRD. Moving along the sides, we have 18-inch BBS forged wheels. You can find these also on the Heritage Land Cruiser and the Tundra. The Pro wheels are wrapped in Michelin LTX ATs. They're actually very nice. You got good road manners. Soft, pliable. I wouldn't say they're great in the mud, but they will get you there for sure. Also behind these you have your Fox shocks and your TRD tuned springs. Let's see if I can get back here so you can see that piggyback reservoir. That right there, guys, is a lot of what makes this vehicle what it is. That Pro tuned suspension makes this thing ride better than a Cadillac on the road, my opinion. It also rides very, very well off the road. Along the side, we do have TRD Pro badging, blacked out. We also have black running boards here that are stamped with TRD as well. Very comfortable. Step on it, the whole vehicle moves because they're not going anywhere for sure. Okay, I'll take you around back here. Sequoia badging here, also blacked out, Toyota emblem. Another TRD Pro emblem. I mean, you know, we need plenty of those. Sticking around back, we also have our 4-pin connectors for trailer brakes and controllers. Also your receiver there. And the Sequoia does come with this cap. And then heading up top, we also have the Trd Roof Rack. Special to the 4Runner and the Sequoia, the TRD Pro trim. Now on the rack, these center crossbars are adjustable, and with the TRD Pro you also get the sunroof. Guys, let's go around front and take a look at the engine, talk about it for a second. Alright, nice and clean. With the Sequoia, just like the Tundra and the Land Cruiser, you get the 5.7 liter V8 I-Force. And sorry, I believe these may be going away. I sure hope not. It'll hurt my feelings a lot, but it's been a great engine for many, many years. It's made it to a 6-speed automatic, buttery smooth. they are tuned well together. They have been out for a long time. It's given Toyota a really good chance to perfect these. And with Toyota's iForce V8, you do get 381 horsepower and 401 foot-pound of torque. An EPA rating on fuel mileage for this guy is 13 miles per gallon in the city, 17 highway, 15 combined. I was saying I do mostly highway driving. I know you guys know that by now. I would say average on the highway is probably 18 to 19 with a load of people and luggage. You do a lot of downhill, you can get better. But these do not come with any cylinder deactivation, auto start stop, anything like that. So you get your V8 power all the time. And with that comes a little less gas mileage. But to me, and I can only speak for me and reviewing these and the ones that I've owned, it's not that big of a difference, a few miles per gallon, to not deal with the quality and other issues that may come with auto start stop, cylinder deactivation, and things like that down the road if you have one of these long term. Real quick, while we're under here, something I don't talk about a whole lot, you do have struts. And up front in the Sequoia, being also reminiscent of the old Tundra, if you look at this design, this is actually really easily accessible. Down the road when it's out of factory warranty, and if you guys are handy with a few basic tools, if you needed to do simple things like change out the fan, horns, radiators, and different lines and things up here, I mean, you can get to it pretty easy. I really like that. I'm going to close the hood up here. Let's take a look in the back. Okay, around back, like I said, we do have a power liftgate. I'm going to go ahead and use the key fob just to show you guys. Hold it down and it'll lift here. In the back, just like the other Sequoia I showed you guys last week, you do have your subwoofer here, your controls for the seats, which are power. We can go ahead and fold those now. I'll show you. You can fold them both at the same time, one at a time, whatever floats your boat. Okay, in the back you can also see that we have more storage on both sides. We do have two cup holders, a pocket for kids' stuff. We have that on both sides here, 3 seat belt. The back does fit 3 full-size adults along with the captain's chairs in the back. We'll take a look in just a moment. There is a cover that goes back here that mounts here and up here to cover up the things in the back here. In this one, our tester, we do have the envelopes, and we have storage down here, which I really enjoy that. We got a lot of great use out of that on our travels with our old Sequoia. Close this up. I'm just going to hold the button down. Okay, it is shut and locked. Now I still have the smart key fob in the back. We'll show you one thing, just like on the 4Runner. If you have the key on you, you can hit these once it's locked or unlocked, and you can lock or unlock the vehicle, or you can raise and lower the back glass from here or inside. So let's go ahead and lower it, show you. It's really cool, get a nice breeze. If you have dogs, they can let their head hang out and their tongue and drool all over the back. I wouldn't really let kids ride back here. If you have some long lumber or, I don't know, curtain rods or something from Marshall's or whatever you need to haul, you can lay it through here and have this open. Close it up, hold this down, boom, rolls right up. No problem. Do remember to shut it though. Wouldn't be too fun in a car wash. You don't want to come to a flooded Sequoia. And as with my 4Runner TRD Pro, which I'll link the video to the review up here, you also get the key fob for the smart key system, your lock unlock, and you hold this to open the power liftgate, which I'll show you in just a few moments. So let's take this guy and go jump in. And with smart key system, you see that it opened right up. Here on the side we have storage. Plenty of storage down here, iPads, some bottles, some more stuff. You have one of the speakers for the JBL system. The front two here are auto open close. Locks, power door locks. Adjustable seat. This is actually thigh adjustment. Your back lumbar, back of the seat, and your 6th position right there. With the TRD Pros, you do get the all-weather floor mats, which stamped right there clearly, Sequoia TRD Pro. And if you're noticing, everything's blacked out, so let's jump in. All right, and everything is blacked out here. I really like that nice touch from the Tundra, which is more silver. I enjoy this black here. And on it, you have your controls for volume, your phone, the different modes. This will control the center gauge up here, your back, radar cruise control, and lane departure right on the steering wheel. On the side, you do have your button for cruise control, your wipers, front and back, your lights, fogs, daytime running lights, and of course your turn signals, which depending on where you're from and what you drive, you may not know what these are. Yes, they're always here. Every car in the US that I know of, you guys should learn to use those. And to the left of the steering wheel, we do have the auto high beams. We do have a button to open and close the rear hatch. And here you have your mirror adjustments, left and right, center. You can also fold these mirrors in, and your lights inside. To the right, you do have a switch to raise and lower the rear glass that is in the rear lift gate. You do have retraction control and your parking sensors, along with your stop and start ignition button. In the middle with all the TRD Pros, you do get the rock crusher grip. Here, you have your center locking differential, and you have your tow haul mode. Just above the tow haul mode here, you have your selector for 4-wheel high and low, and then your 3-zone climate controls. We talked a little bit more in depth about some of this stuff. I'll link it here above in the Sequoia Platinum trim. Here you do have the same infotainment center and the same sound system that you find in the Platinum. This is a really good deal for the TRD Pro trim. It's a little more sporty. Things are more blacked out. With this, with the Pro models, you do get the black leather seats with the red stitching throughout. You get 3 rows of that in the TRD Pro model. Of course, over here, you have glove box up top and one below. Plenty of storage here, and they are lockable. Over here, you do have some more storage, same as in the driver's side. Your sunroof controls. Over here, these do detach. Boom. They do slide. You do have an auto dimming rear view mirror, along with your home link buttons for the garage door openers. You have another pocket for glasses. I love to keep my sunglasses in here. You see I use these for cards. I told you guys before. Lights. Then you have this gargantuan center stack. This also, just like the Platinum and all the other Sequoia models, it's a little hidden storage for things when you're traveling, going to the beach or whatnot. Cup holders, of course. It's a nice little place to stand your phone. The big center console. You can see I have some of my equipment in there now. This metal piece is removable. You can slide this forward and back to put different things in here. And there are some hookups in there for chargers that do come with the Sequoia. Actually, I'll show that to you. I think I have them here. At least it came with mine, and it's come with every TRD Pro that I have got. You get this package connectivity kit, which comes with a dual smart USB car charger, lightning cable, and USB-C. Also, here in the center, real quick, we do have heated front seats. These are not cooled like the Platinum. These are the controls for the rear. You do have a connection for USB here, which will let you do Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. And you do have your 2-amp chargers here. Of course, the old style plug for charging. Okay, and with the key inside, let's go ahead and hit this. We'll start her up. Let you guys see everything come alive here. Real quick, the different modes. You do have your direction. We'll also display the speed when you are moving. information. We just fueled up and have been sitting idle for a long time, so that tank average is a little low, guys. Audio information, car information. This will give you lane departure, rear cross traffic alert, your radar cruise control, different things like that, tire pressure monitors, and so on. Of course, any alert messages, which this one's a new press vehicle, it does not have anything like that. You can go in and change all the settings here, and you're doing all that from the buttons here. Going through the infotainment here, go through some of these screens, you'll get a message for Apple CarPlay once you connect to the USB down below that I showed you. It's very responsive. There's not a lot on this one being new. You do have built-in navigation, which does update with weather and traffic alerts. I really enjoy these on my 4Runner and other things, as far as getting me around traffic binds and things when I'm going across the country so much. You know, phone information, apps, and you do get the Toyota Connect, where you can start. I've showed you guys, I'll also link one of my videos up here about being able to start the vehicle from the key fob and from your Toyota app, and you can find where the vehicle is, and some alerts and stuff for maintenance and different things on your phone. It's actually pretty neat. It's basic, it's easy to use, but it's useful. I do use it a lot. Jump in the back. All right, I love these steps. Carried on, you do have the rubber leather-like material here, or plastic here, tweeters. Sound system in this thing, the JBL synthesis sound system, sounds really good for sure. Still with the black leather, the red stitching. Some more of those all-weather floor mats. I love that these have handles on every door. You can just climb right in and huff it in here. Look at this legroom. Look at the legroom. This is insane. Now, of course, I drove this here. Now I'm 6'2", and you know, got a dad bod. So it's back where I need it for sure. Plenty of room from steering wheel. Look at this. Huge amount of room. Seat back pockets on both sides. Kids love to put iPads in there. I actually carried my MacBook Pro in it a few times. Controls for the rear AC charging port, but you do have USB ports down here as well. Some more cup holders. Those never really get used for us. Nice that they have them. Captain's chairs. They do have adjustable armrests. Here on the side of my captain's chair in the back, both the passenger and the driver's side, you pull up while you're sitting in it, and you can actually go forward and recline way back. Just take a nap, chill out, enjoy your day. Then you're ready to get with it, pull it, raise right back up. Standard map lights back here. You have some for the third row as well. Plenty of vents for air, heat, all that good stuff. Some more handles. It's got handles everywhere. And here, as I was saying earlier, this is the lever for reclining the seat. Also moves the seat up and away. You got your step from the running board here, and another one. You can climb right up in the back. Some more of the all-weather floor mats. Your third row, super comfortable with those controls on both sides to raise and lower the seats to fold flat. Or if you're sitting back here, you can use this one to actually recline your seat back and be more comfortable. Love that feature. Now with these seats, you also can have it in this position and pull this lever here, fold the seat completely flat. When you have the third row in the folding flat position, you can actually remove this, put the board down across, and the entire back surface here is a load floor. Now with this one, unlike the Platinum, you do not have the center console, which would come in handy. Looks kind of cool and you have some added storage, but this is a nice pass through. Okay, and to lift these back up, you just pull this lever that we pulled to put it down, and boom, it is right back out of the way. And look who joined me for the review today. This is Tahoe, guys. Say hi, Tahoe. I can't promise he'll be with me all the time, but he'll definitely be along for the travels. Named him after our favorite place, Lake Tahoe. He's cute. All right, enough of the dogs. Let's talk about the Sequoia some more. Let's go. Let's take this Sequoia out on the road and see how she does. We gotta see how this TRD Pro does its thing. Initial impression is it definitely has plenty of power. This vehicle is 6,000 pounds, and that's without me in it. The V8 and this transmission are nice and smooth. Suspension is soft. It makes the ride very, very comfortable, but you do have a little roll in the corners, so that's expected. I'll link my video up here above where we take this out on the trails and talk some more about the ride off-road. Oh yeah, it handles these turns great. These are some big curves, and I'm doing 50 through them. A little bit of body roll, like I say, it's to be expected, but it handles great. Steering's very easy, very light, precise. You move it just a little bit and the nose will go there. Like that. Very comfortable seat. I could definitely see going on a long trip. You wouldn't get fatigued very easily. It's very well bolstered, and the cushions are soft. Leather's nice, easy to clean. And this video is picking it up, or it's doing it any kind of justice, but it's very quiet inside the cabin. It's actually quieter in here than the Tundras I've driven. Now, this doesn't have any kind of aftermarket or TRD exhaust, so you don't get a lot of exhaust noise. You do hear the engine a little bit, but I think also the engine bay may be insulated more. Definitely in the cabin it is. Going up this really steep grade, it gears down nicely. You do have selectable shifting here if you want to select your own gear, but I'm just letting this 6-speed do what it does best. Good views. I can see out of this thing. It's, I hate to say, almost like being in a fishbowl. You can see all the way around you very, very well. Now, this does have blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert. You also do have pedestrian warnings and things like that. So that's nice to have blind spot just in case you were just glancing, but if you just move your head slightly, you can see from the front all the way to the back. Viewing angles are pretty great. Nice big mirrors. These are the same mirrors that are on the Tundra, so you're not missing out too much. I'd say they're double the size of what's on the 4Runner for sure. Now this does have rear defrost, as well as the mirrors defrost and defog when you turn that on. Nice smooth turn. This thing just rides really well. Really well. Now, a lot of reviewers would say that this is a very dated platform. I'm a little different than they are. I see, the value in $1 and also the value in quality. They've really perfected this. I mean, when they did this gen change, even before the LED headlights, it was a very handsome vehicle. It's come a long way. It looks fantastic in this TRD Pro trim. I don't see a problem with anyone, or any reason why anyone can't run out. If you can find one of these, buy one. If you have a big family, or you're into overlanding, you just have a lot of stuff to put in the back, and you don't want to get some cheap vinyl cover to put over your truck bed, this is the way to go for sure. You can't have this much fun in a minivan. So the only downside to this, if it's even a downside, it's not to me, I've owned many of these and Tundras, is the fuel economy. But I do not like all the added complexity, personally, of the auto start-stop features, cylinder deactivation, and things like that. I'm not saying in the future we couldn't go with more gears in the transmission, but this one just runs perfectly, and it lasts forever. There are so many. This is one of the top Toyota vehicles in the US that on almost an everyday basis you can find one over 300,000 miles still on the road. That's more miles than most people ever put on a vehicle if they kept the same vehicle. So I can deal with the 13 MPG in the city that EPA rates this and the 17 on the highway. I know if I drive cautiously and like normal, just as I am right now, not very spirited, just normal drive, you can get a little better than the EPA ratings. You just can. I do it all the time. So that will be my only downside with this. Driving is very easy, it's effortless, but with all this power under the hood, this suspension setup and the off-road capabilities of this truck, it's a lot of fun too. So you can just pick and choose. Daily drive this with the kids, go to soccer practice, drop them off, or take them with you and hit the trails and go fishing, find some remote place to camp, travel the world. This thing will do it. Yeah, find this nice road full of pine trees, and I'm going to give it a score for, as a driver's reaction to the power and the way the transmission shifts. I'm also going to give it a torque score. I'm going to try and find this nice straight stretch up here and put the pedal to the metal.
Be a total bro.
Got some people out here walking the trails. Maybe I don't want to scare the crap out of them.
We gotta see how this TRD Pro does its thing. This is a TRD Pro, bro.
There is like no straight stretch on any road out here, period, ever.
This thing's like totally awesome. You can definitely drive this thing to Trader Joe's.
Luckily there's no one else on the road with us, so I am going to stop up here. I'm going to turn off the traction control. We're going to do the torque test and give you my final impression of the power and the ride. So I'm going to go ahead and hold the traction control button down for about 5 seconds. It turns on the pre-collision. Let it go. I'm going to do it one more time and it will turn off all of the systems. Just in case the wheels spin, I don't want it to slow me down. All right, and we have it in just drive. I'm not going to do it in sport mode or anything. This is initial torque test number 1. Are you ready? Let's do it. 1, 2. Holy crap. Okay. Yep. Torque test 1 is good. It's got a lot of power. And it kind of scared me a little bit because there was an oncoming vehicle that wasn't supposed to be there. So I've still got everything off. Pre-collision, traction control, everything's off. There's another small straightaway just up the hill here. And give it the second and final torque test. So far, it is phenomenal. Like, this is, I don't know. No, compared to the Tundra, I know it's the same engine and transmission, but it's equal for sure. Okay, second and final one. Let's do it. One more time, and go. Okay, it's torque test is good. I'll go ahead and put the traction control back on. And, you know, if it's a pass and fail, it's definitely passes. 401 foot-pound of torque is good. I feel like it lays down the power just a little bit better than the Tundra, and that could be because you have the truck bed is lighter in the rear than this SUV. The weight distribution is going to be a little bit different. But this does have the same rear end with the tow package as the Tundra. It's the 430 rear end. It feels great. I mean, this thing is fast. It definitely gets up to speed quickly. You can pass people easily on the highway, but this is a lot of fun off-road. That is a ton of power that these things can lay down. So yeah, my reaction is this is a lot of fun. Torque test, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 on the torque scale, and that's only with what we reviewed this year. So I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 right there with a Tundra. Super fun. You feel it in the seat of your pants. What do you guys think? Any of you guys driven one of these? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, and that was my review of the 2021 Toyota TRD Pro Sequoia. What'd you guys think? I really enjoy those things. They ride fantastic. They're good off-road, and you can haul everybody and their mom in that thing, plus their luggage. So you guys should check them out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let's talk about it. What do you think about the TRD Pro trims? Do you think the TRD Pro Sequoia should exist? I've had a few people that wouldn't agree. Me, I love them. Thank you guys for watching. If you did like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I'll let you guys know when I post some more. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Y'all have a great one. Stay safe and be kind. Have a good one.